guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Sassy Sky. In today's video we are going to be going over my monthly makeup drawer, and I'm going to film this a little bit differently than the last one. I'm going to be going over everything I chose, starting with the things I didn't use, moving into the things that I did use, and then we'll be doing a swap and I'll go over what I'm keeping and what I'm pulling from my drawer. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I have not a lot that I didn't use, but I also do have some stuff that I didn't use that I only used like once or twice, which is with the stuff I did use. So I've kind of like separated it into two main categories, and then we're gonna go from there. So I'm gonna start with stuff that I didn't use and I didn't even open, which is mostly lip gloss. Cosmetics, I have the Morning Dew Crystal Gloss, which I didn't use this, obviously, it's still sealed. And the other, I have an Infinite Lip Cloud in the shade Red Divine from Cosmetics that I also did not use. And then I have Patrick Ta Lip Shine, and she's an influencer, as well as Marc Jacobs Lip Gloss in Sugar Sugar. So I'm actually going to leave in the Patrick Ta and the Marc Jacobs. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I'm doing that. I'm like kind of figuring out how I'm doing it as I go. And I'm actually going to take these two out just because I don't really plan on wearing a red and I don't want to open it yet. And then a clear gloss. I think I have a few clear glosses open, so I'm just going to stick this back with my unopened makeup. The last unopened thing I have is from Flower Beauty. It is their Light Illusion Perfecting Powder. I have mine in the shade Porcelain L1. I did not use this at all. I don't know what it is about pressed powder lately, but I haven't been dipping into it. I think I'm going to keep it in though and swap out some of the other pressed powders I have and see if I use it this next go around. We will see. And for powder, I also did not end up using this Beauty Bakery Flower Powder in pink. I'm almost tempted to declutter it because like it was in my drawer for like a month and a half and I didn't touch it once, but it was also in the back, so maybe I need to keep it in. I think I might keep it in. I'm going to put it in the maybe pile. Alright, I did not use this Buxom mascara. I don't even know what kind this is. It just says Lash Mascara in Blackest Black. I didn't use it and I've had it open for such a long time that I'm just going to go ahead and toss it because it's definitely past the 3 to 6 month mark. I think I opened this almost a year ago, so it's gotta go. And I don't really have an opinion on it because I didn't really use it for that long. Yes, I am listening to music. It's a rainy, gloomy day, and I kind of like it. So these are all the lip products I didn't get around to using. They're all not cruelty free. I have a Revlon, a L'Oreal, 2 Maybelline Bullets, Wet n Wild Mochalicious, and then I also have a Bath & Body Works gloss. I didn't get around to using any of these, which I think is honestly just due to the amount of lip product I had in the drawer this month. So I'm kind of like on the fence about keeping these in, but I'm going to keep them close by just in case I want to use them. But at this moment I would honestly like to pull them out. I also didn't end up using my Juno & Co. Moonshine Priming Cream, Moisturizing Cream, Miracle Cream, that's what it's called. I didn't end up using this, but my skin has been absolute trash lately. And I really need something nice and thick, so I'm gonna put this back in. And then I also didn't end up using my Kaja Bento Box Trio in Orange Blossom. I'm not sure if I'm keeping this in, so it's gonna go in the maybe. As well as the Flower Beauty Shimmer and Strobe Highlighting Palette. I didn't use this. I think I opened it and looked at it. It's really beautiful, but I didn't get around to using it, and I'm not sure if I will, so it's again going, a lot of this is going in the maybe. I just kind of want to run through what I didn't use. I also didn't use the Raw Beauty Christy and Pure collab, my Aurora Lights BH Cosmetics palette, Lunar Beauty Moonspell, Wander Beauty's Wondrous Seascapes, Sigma Enchanted, and this Benefit Cheek Leaders Bronze Squad. And something that I really thought I was going to use, but it kind of just got tucked away, is this With Love Cosmetics glitter palette that I made on their website. So this was like all of my choices. The problem is none of these are labeled, so I can't tell you what shade they are because I honestly don't know and I didn't write them down. Also, like, they weren't on the package. I don't know, it was just kind of weird. But these are beautiful and I really want to use them, so I'm definitely keeping these in. As for these palettes, I don't know. So they're gonna kind of go to the side. I have this literal giant bin of makeup. Like, this is too much makeup to be pulling out at one time. I'm not using it all. I'm gonna sit back a little bit because it's just too big to put on my desk. Lunar Beauty Eternal Eclipse I used today for the very first time. I want to use this again, so it's gonna stay. The Sephora Micro Smooth Powder in the shade Light. I'm gonna keep it in. e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, not sure. I used it a few times. I'm actually starting to like it a little bit more. Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder. This was one of my favorite powders until I found out that they're no longer cruelty free. So I'm just honestly trying to use it up. I think it's a really amazing powder. I'm gonna keep it in because, again, I want to try to use it up. There's still a lot of product in there, but we'll see. Milani Dulce Baked Bronzer. I have had this in for a couple months and I honestly think it's time to just show some love to some other bronzers, so I am gonna take it. Alright, I have a few foundations. I have the Ordinary Serum, Airbrush Flawless by Charlotte Tilbury, and Milani Screen Queen. I have been obsessed with the Screen Queen, and I gotta show love to my other foundations, so I'm pulling this. The serum foundation is what is on my skin right now. I really like it. I think it's nice. I just think it's a hint too dark, so I am gonna pull it out. The Airbrush Floss foundation in the shade 3, I wore this once and I was out and about and it just like crumbled under my mask and like all over my face, so I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm gonna see if I can keep it in and keep trying it. We'll see. My Ulta full coverage concealers. I don't know if there was a change to the formula, so I'm actually going to keep these in so I can continue testing. The Robert E. Christie Luxe Glosses, I feel like I got a lot of good use out of, so I'm going to pull these. I really like them. I think they're phenomenal, and I did not test that formula prior. Maybelline Age Rewind, I'm so close. Look at how close I am to finishing this. So I'm going to keep that in so I can finish it. Just a few more uses. Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush palette in the shade Daria. This palette I've only used... I've used this like 3 times and so far I really like it. It's what's on my face today. I'm gonna think about keeping it in. I'm gonna keep my Smashbox Primer Water just because I'm really close to being done with it. I'm gonna pull out my Pat McGrath's Mothership. I don't even know which one this is, but it's this one. I'm gonna pull that out. I didn't use it very much. I don't know. I probably should keep it in, but I'm kind of like wanting to use other palettes, so it's gonna get pulled. As well as this Folklore Impressionism palette. This is a solid matte palette. I think it's supposed to be a dupe to the Natasha Denona Safari palette. It's got a lot of those shades and tones. It's beautiful. It blends really well. I just don't think the colors are true to what's in the pan from what I've tested so far. Look-see, all my loose single look-see shades. I want to keep this in. I freaking love this palette. This is like one of my favorites. This shimmer formula, it's unmatched. I mean, just look at it. They're so freaking beautiful. I really want to keep this in, so I'm going to keep this in because the few times I did use it, I enjoyed it a lot. The Balm Auto Balm Girl Powder Blush Palette. I love this so much. I'm going to keep it in for this moment, and if I find a different blush, because I haven't looked at this basket in a while, but if I find a different blush or 2 blushes, then I'm going to swap this for those. Hourglass Face Palette. I'm kind of over Hourglass right now. I kind of don't really want to use any of their products, just for the time being, so I'm actually going to pull this. Natasha Denona Glam Palette. You know, I've used this quite a bit and I really like it, but I don't think I love it. And I just think I'm gonna pull it for this rotation. Like, it's good, but I haven't been reaching for it, and I've kept it in the last 2 times, so she's gotta go. Colourpop at Forest Sight with the one and only Robert E. Christie, who just had her baby. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna pull this. I'm not really wearing color. I wore color to film my 4LX1 palette, which I can leave linked for you guys. But other than that, I have not been reaching for this. the Colourpop That's Taupe palette. Oh, this has quickly become my favorite. I'm leaving this in because I'm just super drawn to neutrals right now. I don't know what it is. I'm just not inspired to use color, so I'm going to keep in a good, solid, staple neutral palette. e.l.f. Forever Sun-Kissed Bronzer. I didn't get a lot of use out of this, so I'm going to keep it in. Fenty Beauty Shady Biz. I was really hoping I would hit pan on this, and I still have not hit freaking pan. So I'm just going to pull it out. It's a little bit too warm for the winter months for me personally. I think I'm wearing it. Yeah, I'm wearing it on my skin right now. It's a little too orange. Milk Makeup Flex Highlighter in Lit. You guys know. This has quickly become my baby. I love it so much, but I need to show love to some other highlighters, so I'm gonna pull it, but it don't be surprised if it gets put back in. Essence Mosaic Blush. I love this formula. I love this blush. It's beautiful, but I'm gonna pull it for right now. Honestly, I'm just gonna save some time. All of the Robbie D. Christie collection I love, but I'm pulling. Okay, the M Cosmetics Divine Skies. I barely use this. I use this once. Keeping it in. Natasha Denona Mini Retro Palette. I'm not really inspired by color, and there is some color, so I'm gonna pull this. M Cosmetics, their like liquid blush in Venetian Rose. I used this twice. I'm in love with it. I'm leaving it in. Same with this Lawless Make Me Blush Velvet Blush in the shade Vintage Love. This is such a stunning blush. I am definitely keeping it in. The Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation. I have mine in the shade 1.4N. It's just too dark for me right now, so I'm pulling it. I gotta figure out my winter shades. Hard Candy Hydrating Primer. I tried this like once. I want to keep it in, but I'm gonna see how many primers I have. Again, this was just like way too much makeup to have in a drawer, and I need to limit myself to like 2, maybe 3 in each category. Too Faced Hangover, Benefit Professional. I'm so close to finishing both of these, so I'm going to keep them in just to try to get them finished, hopefully by the next time, but we'll see. I'm not forcing myself to do a project pan, so if I don't finish it in a month, I don't finish it. It's fine. Charlotte Tilbury Wands. You know, I didn't get a lot of use out of these, and I do like the formula so far, but I'm kind of like over it. So I'm going to take these out. I don't know. Sephora Red Lip. I'm not using this. I'm taking it out. The Hourglass Veil Soft Focus Setting Spray. This is what's on my face today. I know I literally just said I'm tired of Hourglass products. I completely forgot that this was even an Hourglass product. I really like this. It's nice and dewy. It's like glowy without being oily, but I think I'm going to pull it because I do have an upcoming video where I plan on using a dewy setting spray, so I'm going to replace that with this. There's just too many products. I'm realizing that as I'm filming this. There are way too many products. This video should not have been taking me as long as it has. Essence lip liners. I like these. I'm going to keep them close by, but I don't think I'm going to put them like in the drawer. Artist Couture in the shade Boy Toy and Urban Decay in Stark Naked. I'm going to keep these in. I only use them once or twice each, as well as this Lawless in the shade 90s. I'm going to keep those in. Essence the blush. This one's in the shade 20 Bespoken. This one's like more bronzy than what I want. I use this like once or twice, and I don't really think I'm going to use it again right now, so I'm going to pull it. Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. I bought the mini set. I love this. It's what's on my lips now. I'm keeping it in just for a little bit. And then I'm also going to take out these Essence Melted Chrome shadows. I've just had them in too long. I'm not reaching for them. I'm going to keep in this e.l.f. Sheer Eye Primer because I feel like I'm really close to finishing it. And I thought I really liked this formula, but the more I've been using it, the more I'm realizing that it's not necessarily my favorite. And it was like a $2 primer. Alright, last 3 products. The Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. This one's with SPF 25. I haven't used this a lot, so I'm keeping it. The Kokie Be Bright. I haven't really used it, but I'm going to see what my concealers look like. And then the Lunar Beauty Lip Gloss. I love these. We'll see if I keep it in. Those were all the products that were in my previous makeup drawer. I'm going to go ahead and take everything that I don't want in my drawer and go put it away. And then we will come back and I will show you all of the new products I'm grabbing. I'm going to show you what I pre-picked, like before I went through what was in my current drawer. And then I'll give you like kind of an overview of what the drawer looks like once I'm done. So I picked up the Natasha Denona, I almost called it Corral. This is the Coral palette. This is one of her like full-sized 5 eyeshadow palette pan, like 5 pan eyeshadow palettes. I got this on Beautylish for like half off. So I think I paid only like $24 for this. So that was kind of amazing. And I have not used it yet. And I picked this up like a couple months ago. So I'm definitely putting this in my makeup basket. I don't know why I'm putting it back in the box. I just am. Along the lines of eyeshadow palettes, I didn't pick too many eyeshadow palettes. I kept it relatively small. I only picked 5. So again, this was like my initial when I was pulling these. So things might change. I will definitely let you know. So I have the Nabla Secret Palette, brand new. Haven't even opened it. The Revlon Pro Nath collaboration palette. I opened this and one of the shadows is broken, but it's fine. I'll just repress it. The Tiny Marvel palette, which is Sydney Grace and Mel Thompson. I'm so excited. I picked this up during their like Black Friday restock and I have not tried it. And then I also grabbed the Enduring Love by Sydney Grace. Have not tried this either. I might make these like separate videos of first impressions. I'm not entirely sure. And then I just have my Z palette, which Z palette's controversial, I know, but I bought this pre-controversy. And then I have these six on this side are JD Glow Cosmetics, and then this is Lethal Cosmetics, and then these 2 are just Bare Mineral shadows from a while ago that I decided to rip apart. I'm gonna try and see if I use these shadows. If not, I'm gonna just declutter them, trash them, because they're really old. But yeah, I've heard really good things about JD Glow, and I picked these up quite some time ago, and I have not used them yet. And I really want to, but again, like color and me just haven't been driving. So I kind of like stuck with the neutral e-palettes with maybe like a pop here or there. But that's it for eyeshadow palettes pretty much. Actually, wait, hold on. That's it for like normal sized eyeshadow palettes. So the remaining 4 that I grabbed are the XX Revolution in Exposed and Extinguish. This is the one that Jessica Braun talks about all the time. And then this one's like a cool toned one. The last 2 e.l.f. bite-sized shadows that I haven't tried that I purchased. I don't have every single one of them. I have most of them. The 2 that I'm pulling for this basket is Rosewater and Berry Bad, which look like this. So those are like it for eyeshadow palettes. I'm pretty stoked because as you just saw, I had a bajillion. So keeping it very limited. I have one face. I do my makeup once, maybe twice a day, if I even do my makeup every day. So I'm trying to be a little bit more realistic with myself. I keep forgetting. And then I also have the Child eyeshadow palette. I've had this for a hot minute. Yeah, we just finished the last episode of The Mandalorian that's out so far. The last episode of season 2. Amazing. Really good. Granted, I haven't seen any of Star Wars. You can clock me if you want. I don't really care. But I love The Mandalorian. Love little Grogu. I couldn't think of his name. I love little Grogu. He's so cute. Okay, I have 11, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are mini palettes, so it's fine. I have the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronze in Tantastic, still unused. And then I also pulled back out the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder Palette. Mine's in 10, better than Vacation Tan. This is the lighter palette. I love this. I've only tried it a few times, and so when I knew I was coming up on a rotation, I said, you're gonna put that in your basket, right? Like, you're gonna keep using that because you liked it so far. Okay, I grabbed way too many highlighters, I know that, but I kind of just wanted to get some use out of all of it. I recently picked up the Moonchild Glow Palette at TJ Maxx for like 15 bucks, and I kind of wanted to give it a shot. And then I also really, really, really love the Sofax Revolution highlighter palette. This is so bomb. This is amazing. I love the quality of this palette. The highlighters are like out of this world amazing. Even the colored ones, I don't really use all that much, but they're really just beautiful and amazing, and they look really good on the skin. I also got this new Colourpop Coastin' Super Shock highlighter. Someone else recommended this, I don't remember who, but it's the Colourpop Coastin' Super Shock highlighter, and I'm excited to try this because we were like the same shade of skin. Look at how beautiful, first of all. I'm pretty sure this is like the same size as the Omega bronzers. Look at how beautiful that highlighter looks. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to try this. And then I also picked up this Kitten Stila highlighter. I picked this up back on my honeymoon, which was like, we know, almost 3 months ago. This is the Stila Heaven's Hue highlighter in the shade Kitten. Pretty excited to try this out. I think it is gorgeous. It might be a little too dark for my skin tone, but we'll see. And then I also wanted to keep trying my Ciate London Dewy stick. I have not actually pulled this out in a hot minute. It's not necessarily a highlighter. It's more of like a jelly. Can you see that? It's more of like a jelly gloss. It's not quite petroleum jelly, and it's not like super sticky. It's like barely sticky. It's just supposed to like enhance your skin without messing up your makeup. We'll see. I've only tried this a few times and I have literally no opinion on it. Blush. I do not need to keep any of the blushes I had in my last rotation in because I have way too many. I actually think I'm going to make the executive decision like right here, right now. Unless I'm actively trying to use something up, pretty much everything that was in my last rotation is just going to get put away. I think that's a good decision. I have a lot of product in here. So I have the Lunar Beauty Blush Palette. I love this. I've only tried it a few times, but I can tell you I love it confidently. The XX Revolution Excess Blush High Pigment Blusher in Entice. I'm wanting to do a full face of Makeup Revolution again. Kind of just like an updated one with like the products I didn't have and like better products than what I had to really give it a good solid chance. So I picked this up quite a bit ago, and then you guys saw these in my Sephora haul, but I have the Kosas Color and Light Cream in 8th Muse, and then the Milk Cosmetics Digital Dust Duo Blush in Buzzkill that I have not used yet. I grabbed this Essence the blush in the shade Blooming. It's super light, but I'm pretty fair right now, which, like, to be fair, I'm fair most of the year anyways, but hopefully this will work better with some of my winter foundations. And then the only powder it looks like that I put that's new is the XX, I hate this, XX Revolution Quick Fix Translucent Setting Powder. And that's just this. But the Milk Makeup, what is this? The Matte Bronzer Stick in the shade Baked. Haven't used this very much. There's a shit ton of product. I remember hunting this down and buying the last one at my nearest Sephora. So Cover FX Power Play in N25. I like this. I've only tried it a few times. I think this is more like my winter shade. It's a beautiful, beautiful foundation. I love it. CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk. I've heard a lot of bad reviews of this. I picked this up a while ago off a Kelly Gooch recommendation and I still haven't tried it. So we'll see if I like it. Hopefully. Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Foundation. I got mine in the shade Light 55N. I don't know if this is going to work. We'll see. And then the Colourpop No Filter Stick in Light 40N. I've used this enough. I mean, there's noticeable usage in there. I like this formula. It is like my only stick foundation because it's the only formula I actually decently like. Okay, I think I might have gone a little gung-ho on concealers. There are 6. Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair Neutral. This one feels kind of light. Like, I feel like I could probably use this up in the next couple months, so this might just like be one that stays in. I have the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define in the shade C1. This one's really light. I kind of figured if I have a dark foundation, I can kind of just like put this on the top of the foundation when I'm blending it in and it'll lighten it. I have an Ulta Youthful Glow Concealer. Mine's in the shade Light Cool. I have not tried this. It's still clearly in its packaging. I'm going to see if I try this. If not, because I do have a lot of other concealers, so I'm going to see if I get around to using this. And then the last one I have is the First Aid Beauty Hello Fab Bendy Avocado Concealer in the shade 2. First Aid Beauty is no longer cruelty free, which is unfortunate because I literally bought this, used it once, and then they pretty much, it came out that they weren't cruelty free anymore, so I was like, dang it. But I honestly think that my Ulta concealer, that's like my all-time favorite, this is the new packaging, the full coverage liquid concealer, which has like a different doe foot now, but it's still kind of flat. I think this is like a comparable dupe if you want something that is cruelty free. Don't quote me on that, I'm gonna like keep testing it. But when I did use it, it was pretty similar in consistency, wand type, wear time, not the shade, because the shade's a little yellow. And the last three things that I originally chose in my basket is, this is from the Beauty Crop. It's in the shade Date Night. It's their matte liquid lipstick. This is like really rich and beautiful, and I just kind of want to try something a little bit more vampy. And then I also got this sent to me from Influencer, but this is from Tom Ford, which Tom Ford's not cruelty free. It's just their Gloss Luxe. This is in the shade 20 Fantôme. This is like the most bougie ass lip product. Look at this. It's so beautiful, and I'm kind of like, I'm gonna use it because it was sent to me because I didn't buy it. This is definitely like one of those goes on your vanity, luxurious product. And the last product is the Urban Decay Lash Freak Mascara. I've been wanting to try this since it came out. I'm thinking that it could be a comparable dupe to my all-time favorite Jesus. I say comparable dupe as in like a cruelty-free dupe, not a price dupe. But for the Maybelline Lash Sensational, I've been wanting to try this, but I have two mascaras open right now. So I have the Lash Sensational open. I always have one of those open like at all times. And then the second one is my Mad Lash from the Balm, which is honestly, I think it's over 3 months old, so I'm going to actually toss that one and replace it with this guy. So those are all the products in my makeup drawer. I'm going to put them all away, give you a quick overview, and then we will close out this video. We're handheld now. Okay, so I have this like clear organizer I got off of Amazon, and I took like 2 of the little dividers out so I could fit all my palettes in here. But these are the palettes I went ahead and I stuck with. So I have the With Love Cosmetics glitters, my Looksy singles, Lunar Beauty, Eternal Eclipse, my Z palette. So 2 of the Sydney Grace Cosmetics palettes, the Nabla, XX Revolution, 2 Colourpops, 2 XX Revolutions, or no, this one's just regular Makeup Revolution. No, Revolution Pro, sorry. And then Natasha Denona, and then this is just gonna sit on my desk like that. Let me know if you guys would want a desk tour. It's not complete yet. I'm waiting for a few things to come in, but then I'd be more than happy to do that for you. Over here, we have mostly concealers. I have an eye primer and a foundation stick. And then over here, I did add a bunch more lip products, pretty much the ones I said I was going to. Primers, primer water, the foundations. I did add a Kosas bento box. This one's in 01 Rose Water. I love this. I like to have single shades when I do this. It just reminds me to use my single shades. All of this, like you've seen. Then I re-added the Wet n Wild as well as the Juno & Co. And then I did add this. It's been discontinued, but it's the Urban Decay D-Slick. Excuse me. It is the Urban Decay D-Slick Mattifying Powder. I really like this, and I can see the rings. I'm hoping to finish this up relatively soon. Stila XX Revolution, a NYX pigment in the shade Vegas Baby. I don't know why it's not focusing, I'm sorry. And then my e.l.f. bite sizes are in here, a liquid blush, Lawless, e.l.f., and then M Cosmetics Divine Skies, Flower Beauty, and then everything else that you have already seen is in this drawer. So the reason I did this is so that I can see every makeup product, for the most part. Some of them I can't see, which is fine, but there is not nearly as much stuff shoved in this drawer as there was before. And I do eventually plan on putting like makeup tools and stuff in this drawer on this side, so I'm kind of wanting to leave it as empty as possible. So this is what my makeup drawer for January is looking like. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye!